In today's video, I'm gonna show you 3 super easy, elegant fall DIYs. Keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramon at Home into another fall DIY video for your decorating. I'm super excited you're here because in this video I'm gonna show you 3 fall DIYs that are so easy, super elegant, and very affordable. So if you are interested, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video, share with a friend, let them know what we're doing here at Ramon at Home. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Now, if you already subscribed, you might want to turn the notification bell on so you're notified about every single update. We are uploading brand new videos every Sunday here at Ramon at Home to inspire you to create a more beautiful fall season in your home. All right, to get started, I'm gonna give you all of the items you're going to need for fall DIY number 1. For our very first fall DIY, we're going to need this beautiful basket that looks like a cornucopia, and all of these items came from Shinoda Design Center. I will leave their phone number down below if you are interested in any of them. I'm also going to use my hot glue pen as well as my pick machine. I'm going to use 2 types of ribbon. I'm gonna go for this stripe and burlap ribbons that I think is really pretty with all of these elements. I'm gonna use some of these Christmas picks that I have left over from last year. I'm gonna use this brown, the kind that goes really well with this basket, and then also this sage pick that is a Christmas pick. It has a little bit of glitter and it's gonna give it just enough glisten to our bouquet. I'm gonna use 2 white pumpkins. I'm going to use one of these foam filled containers. They're made out of paper mache, and look, it goes perfectly inside. I already went ahead and pre-foamed it so we can save time on that. I'm gonna use some of these white sunflowers. I'm gonna use some lamb's ear. I'm gonna use some of these really pretty olive, as well as some of these flyaway daisy moms. I'm also going to use some of this white rock from the dollar store. It comes in this little bag like this. And I'm going to use my wire cutters as well. Now that you know all of the items you're going to need for our first fall DIY, it's time to get started. Okay, step number 1 to get this gorgeous cornucopia wreath hung on our door is going to be to get our mechanics ready. If you've been following the channel, you know that I like to buy little bags of rock like this for when I'm making arrangements. They have a weight to it, especially this one that is going to go on the door. So this is just $1 at the dollar store. And because I like to recycle them, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it right there. That's gonna give it enough weight so that wind doesn't push the cornucopia anywhere. So it's just gonna be sitting there. Now the next thing is that I'm going to go ahead and put some foam on my container. This is made out of paper mache, especially for florists, and you can find this at any florist, a supply store, as well as this foam that is just for floral design. It's not like your green foam that crumbles. This is actually specifically designed for floristry, and you can find all of this from Shinoda Design Center as well. And what I liked about this container is because it just goes perfectly there, so I can work either with it inside or outside. And I'm gonna go ahead and work with it inside so I can see where my greeneries are going. So number 1 is going to be to fill in with some of this, and I have my hot glue pen right here. So I'm going to add some of this, and remember, what goes up must come down. And I want this to spill forward because I feel like it's going to look prettier that way if we have it spilling forward at the door. So I'm gonna start with these 2 corners right here. Then I'm going to insert one on the very top so I can have some height. So I'm going to introduce now this really pretty lamb's ear, and for that, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little pick, a steel pick. If you don't have a steel pick machine, you can find one on Amazon.com, or you can also find it at any florist supply vendor. And I just love this thing because it gives it that little pick of steel, and it really helps it hang on to the foam. It's an investment. This is for if you have a business where you do florals, and I really do recommend to get one because, well, you want to provide the best service for your customers. But if you're just doing it for your home, and if you want to recycle it, then no need for it. All right, so 2, I'm gonna add another one right here, doing that triangle that we always talk about in floral design. And you know what, by the way, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you are enjoying this fall season. I'm having so much fun already showing you guys all of these designs for fall, and I cannot wait to continue and going into the Christmas season. You guys know that we love our Christmas decorating here at Ramon at home. And this year is just gonna be filled with ideas. I cannot wait. But meanwhile, we're gonna continue to do some fall decorating. All right, so now that we have all of our greenery in place, I'm gonna bring some of this olive on the outside, making sure that it's all over the place. See, and I have another one that I'm gonna put right here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get my florals ready and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I have this pick that is actually a Christmas pick that I used on one of my Christmas trees last year. And I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little cut right there. And I want it to be the one that is the tallest. I'm gonna give it yet another cut. You want to determine about how much you're going to put in and how much you want it to spill out. So that's just about too much. I'm not gonna do a pick on this one because the stem is pretty thick, but I am going to add some of this glue and I'm going to add this right here on the top. And look at that, that just gave it a little height and some sparkle. And I have a second one that I'm actually going to cut into pieces. So I'm gonna do probably like, I wanna say 3 out of the 1. You know, I'm always telling you, don't be afraid to cut your stems because, well, you already paid for them and might as well just do whatever it is that you need to do to get the right height and the right look for your decor instead of just trying to put it back into a box. So I'm gonna bring one here. Now that we have the tallest one, we have to start scaling down in a step ladder motion. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one right here to make sure that I have this type of greenery or foliage all throughout my arrangement. And I went ahead and put a pick on that one because it's not very thick of a stem. So now I'm gonna bring that right here to the bottom and make sure that it spills forward. And I'm gonna add the last one right here. And if you can see, it's just going, it's actually letting the eye travel all throughout the arrangement and I love it. So I'm gonna add this little one right here in the middle, like that. And as you can see, it's just making this S motion. All right, so the next thing I'm going to add is going to be the pumpkins. And for that, I'm gonna get some of my skewers out. You guys know that I like to use these barbecuing skewers into my pumpkins. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one out. And these are made out of styrofoam. You can find them at Shinoda or you can also find them at any local floral supply store. I'm gonna go ahead and add it right here. Cattywampus like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut a little bit of it. And I'm gonna dip that into my glue, let it run, and I'm gonna add it right here. Look at that. So that's kind of cattywampus, and now what I'm going to do to give it some character, I'm gonna add the other one, but like this. So to do that, what I need to do is I need to add some picks into my pumpkin. I'm gonna add 2, but I need to cut them short. You wanna make sure that some of this pick goes in, and you also want them to be really close together to make sure that they go into the pumpkin. You dip into your glue, and it's all about the mechanics, you guys. So I'm gonna make sure that it goes like this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab my pumpkin and I'm going to insert it like this. Look at that. How cute is that? All right, I love it. I also love it. So then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab some of these sunflowers and I'm gonna use the tallest one first. I'm gonna put a pick with my pick machine. Once again, if you're not doing it to sell, there is no need for that pick, but if you are, you wanna make sure that you put that pick in. I'm gonna add a sunflower right there, like that. Then I'm gonna add one probably over on this side. Let's see, put some of this glue. Like that. Make sure that head is like looking forward. You want to make sure that people see it when they come into the door or through the door. And I think I'm gonna add yet another one up here, but this one is pretty short, so you guys know what I like to do is grab one of these skewers. We're gonna put another piece of tape. It is good to have all of your mechanics ready right here on your drawer. That way when you are looking for tapes or wires or your wire cutters or your scissors, they are close to you And that way you're not looking for them all over the place, which has happened to me before. And I'm trying to be more organized about keeping my materials. And then also once I run out of them, I like to go out and replenish them, so that way I'm not looking for materials that I don't have. I like to do a little inventory once in a while. All right, so I'm gonna add this guy right here on the top. Like that. Oh, it's so cute. All right, so now what I have is some of this flyaway daisy mom, and I wanna tuck in some of these guys. So I'm gonna put a pick, and I'm gonna start over on this side to fill in, like right here. And look, it really helps to extend that shape. And this one I wanna make sure that it spills forward like this, so I'm gonna give it a bend down. I'm gonna grab a little bit of glue. I'm gonna add it right here. See, it kinda starts to give that shape. And this one I'm going to add, let's see. I'm gonna add it over on the other side as well. So make sure you give them a little fluff. And just let your eye dictate where you want all of your florals to be. I'm gonna add it right here. So as you guys can see, I have a cluster of this flower. I have my pumpkins, 3 sunflowers making the triangle, some of this greenery. But now I'm going to add some of this other pick. I have just one, so I'm gonna make sure that I make a few picks out of it and give it a little shape like this. So I'm gonna add some glue. The stem, once again, is pretty thick, so there is no need for you to, like that. And if you have a shorter stem like this, just make sure to go ahead and put a pick so it really latches on. I'm gonna add another one over on this side, like that. And I'm gonna add this one over here, but I'm gonna make sure that I have it all clustered together and add some glue. Like this. All right, I think I love the way this is looking, but I'm going to make a bow and I'll be right back with you. All right, everyone, using our black and white ribbon and our burlap ribbon, I went ahead and did a bow. If you don't know how to make a bow, I'm gonna put a video down below so you can check it out. And I have 3 loops of burlap. I have 3 loops of striped ribbon and some tails. And I went ahead and added it to a longer pick because I needed to know how much of that I'm going to need. So then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna open up right here and I'm going to just insert this into the foam. I'm gonna find my foam right here. Just push all the way and look at that. Just adjust your ribbons and your bows. I'm gonna give this a light fluff. I put it on the door and show you what it looks like. All right, so I just wanted to show you real quick what this cornucopia looks like on the door. And this is the perfect alternative for a wreath. If you are a person who likes to do something different than a wreath once in a while, then this beautiful and bountiful cornucopia, it's the perfect way to go. I love the cream pumpkins with the sunflowers and the touch of glitter and sparkle. It just makes for a beautiful, beautiful door piece. How about that full wreath DIY for your door? Wasn't that absolutely gorgeous? However, if you are on a budget like I am, or if you have a smaller door, I'm gonna give you a super quick, almost free way to decorate your door, and that's going to be done with all leftover items that you can find at Walmart. So this wreath form is from the dollar store. I'm gonna use 2 sunflowers that are leftover from past projects, 2 stems of lamb's ear from past projects. I have some scrap ribbon and then 2 of these little picks from Walmart as well. You can find this right now. And I'm going to use to attach some zip ties. This is going to be super, super simple, I promise. So I'm gonna add the wreath right there so you can see what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to grab 2 of these lamb's ear to kind of measure it about this much. And then I'm going to lap them over like this and I'm gonna give them a little curve. You want to make sure that it's curved out like that. Once you have this ready, what you need to do is you're going to introduce your little pigs with a pumpkin, and you want to make sure that they also overlap like this. And at this point, you want to use one of these zip ties. We're going to use a few because you want to make sure that you don't lose the shape and that is going to be attached to the back of your wreath form. Super simple, super easy, and the best thing, it is so affordable. Anyone can do it. All right, so grab your cutters. So that's gonna be sitting like that. Remember, we're going to fluff at the end. So what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna introduce a sunflower, but because I want it to be more on the outer edge, I'm gonna grab another zip tie, or you can also use wire. If you have wire somewhere around the house, because it is faster for me for the video purpose, I'm just gonna go ahead and do zip ties. It is just more convenient. So I'm gonna add one sunflower right there. Then I'm gonna grab yet another one sunflower. I'm gonna add this one over here. And look how that's getting that shape for the wreath. And I'm going to attach this one right here to some of those branches. If you are enjoying this fall series, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And then also share with a friend. Let them know what we're doing here, Ramon at Home, trying to inspire you to create something beautiful for your home this fall season. All right, I'm gonna cut that right there. I'm gonna put that to the side. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some of this leftover ribbon, and I'm gonna see which one is the longest. Oh, they're about the same. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this guy, and I'm gonna put it right here on the top, and I'm gonna do a knot, making sure that it's even. So I'm gonna put it back here, and now I'm just gonna leave it there for now. So then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab this guy right here, and I'm gonna give it just a little tail because I wanna make a bow real quick. Nothing too big or special. Remember, this is on a budget so that everybody can do it. So I'm gonna do 3. I'm going to do maybe 4. Yeah, that's 4. That's perfect. Make sure you fluff them out like that. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this guy right here with yet another zip tie. So you basically just need 4 zip ties if you have them, or some paddle wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie all of this together like that, and I'm gonna cut. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab this ribbon, then I'm gonna do another knot right here on the top. You can double knot it if you like. And that's gonna give us 2 really long tails. Make sure you fluff your bow. And what I'm gonna do, because I have longer tails, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it over to this side, and I'm gonna do a cute little knot on this one right here. Make sure you fluff. And then on this one, I'm gonna do it over on this side. And just like that, you have a cute little wreath for your door. If you have a storm door, if you are on a budget, I'm gonna give this a little fluff real quick, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so once again, I just wanna show you real quick what this simple wreath on a budget looks like on your door. It is super cute. I love the little plaid ribbon and the cream sunflowers, as well as a little detail of the berries, the little pumpkins, and all of the grasses here on this wreath. I love the way it catches the air, and I think it is perfect if you have a small door or if you are on a budget this fall. So for our last DIY, we're gonna put a cute little lantern together for your fall decorating, perhaps for your mantle, for your entryway table, or your kitchen island. This is going to be super fun, and I cannot wait to show you. But first, let me get all this situated, since I've been working up a storm, and I cannot wait to read your comments. So leave me a comment down below and let me know what is it that you are so excited most for fall this year. All right, so to make this lantern gorgeous, what we're going to need is some of this lamb's ear. And you know what, where's my wire cutters? I need to get my wire cutters to get all of these tags off, you guys. Remember, tags are tacky unless you are doing displays for stores which I've done in the past, then it's all good. So I'm gonna use 4 of these cute little stems, and they come with this tiny little wire that sometimes is just so hard to see. And then I'm gonna use 2 of the cream sunflowers that I am so obsessed with this year. I'm gonna use some of these grasses from Shinoda Design Center, and I just love their product because they have so much of it and they have it all year round. I'm gonna use 1 pick of the pumpkin. I'm gonna use this cute little candlestick and this pumpkin that also has a tag. Let me tell you, Ramon, you are not ready. All right, so I'm gonna put these guys right here in the back so that I can get started with the cute little swag. So the very first thing I'm going to do, once again, it's measure. So I wanna make sure that I have some spilling forward like that, and then some coming down. And I love the combination of this brown and all of these limbs here. I'm gonna put 1 down, and then I'm gonna stagger the other one down, like that. Then I'm gonna put 1 up, coming down just a little bit, and another one right here. And that's going to be our swag. Without letting go of your core right here, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce 1 sunflower going down, 1 sunflower going up. I'm gonna introduce cute little pick, which is my favorite right here, and this pumpkin as well, but I'm gonna put this pumpkin part all the way to the top. So that's going to create our swag. And to tie all of this together, I'm gonna grab a trusty zip tie. If you don't have zip tie, you guys, you know what, the best place to get them is the dollar store. They have a whole bunch of them in a bag for $1, and you can always have them in your stash. Like I said earlier to you, you create your stash, have it ready, and you will never, ever never again go without your tools. Right, I'm gonna put that to the side. I have a wire right here for this. So I wanna do a cute little bow with the black and white stripe ribbon. And where is my scissors? They're in my pocket. And I'm gonna dovetail this real quick. And so I wanna do just a small tail. I want the swag to be the show stopper. And I'm gonna do tiny little bows. I'm gonna do probably 3. I like to do 3s and 2s instead of 4s. I feel like it has more character. Plus you save yourself a little ribbon. I'm gonna cut right here. Right, so I'm gonna put this one to the side. Then I'm going to introduce my burlap, and for the burlap I just want like 2 bows. So I'm gonna put them on the bottom like this. I think that this burlap just gives the fall stuff more of an interesting and elegant look, especially with the black and white. I love black and white for fall. Right, you want to make sure that you pull your tails. You're going to grab your wire, and then you're going to tie all of this together, making sure that it's right in the middle. Pull really tight, and then just give it 1 spin or 2, like so. So then what you want to do is dovetail all of those tails, because you don't want them to be unfinished. They're just not cute, let me tell you. I've seen them before. All right, then you want to do is, oh, here's another one with a little tape. What you want to do is fluff this bow. Make sure all of your bows are pointing the right direction, like this. Look how cute this is. Such a sweet little bow, like this. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna introduce my swag, and I'm gonna put my bow right here in the middle, making sure that this pumpkin goes on top of my bow. That's why I wanted that little pumpkin right there. And pull really tight, and just go ahead and take it for a spin, like that. So now what I'm going to do is actually I'm gonna put the little inside of it first. So I'm going to open up my lantern. I'm gonna drop my candlestick with a little bit of moss all the way inside. Right on top of that, I'm going to add this galvanized cute little pumpkin from Hobby Lobby, making sure that it goes down like this. Look how adorable that is. And I'm gonna close like this. My goodness. All right. Then I'm gonna grab my wire, and I'm going to tie this guy right here on the back. Once you have it all tied together, I'm gonna spin it to me so I can see what I'm doing. You wanna fluff your bow 1 more time, make sure that all of these tails show. Making sure that some of them go forward, All of the dovetails show. Your pumpkin right here. Once you have it like this, what I recommend you do is go ahead and give it a little bend, all of it together like this, so it has more of an S shape. And voila, you have yourself a gorgeous, super sweet fall lantern that was so easy to make. Okay everyone, so I wanted to give you real quick a close-up of what this lantern looks like. This is going to go on my manual in a future video, but I just wanted to give you a real detailed close-up of it. And I just love the way this pumpkin looks like on the candlestick with a little moss and all of the greenery on the top. It just makes for a really beautiful and modern looking, very elegant lantern. What do you think? Leave me your comments down below. I had so much fun showing you guys these fall DIY ideas to inspire you to create something beautiful in your home this fall, and I cannot wait to read your comments. So leave me a comment down below and let me know which of the three was your favorite. And also, if you like this video, I'm gonna put a playlist right here with all of the fall DIYs that I think you're going to enjoy. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing. Until next time, bye.